Fright Night Origins, Talk to Me already gets a sequel, and Street Trash gets re-brewed, all on this Friday edition of Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and I am one half of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which brings you a diverse range of horror genre content with a feature show every other week, a Crackle and Redbox streaming app horror movie rundown twice a month, and this tri-weekly horror news blitz roundup every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is Friday, August 11th, and this just in.
Welcome to Fright Night.
First story of the day came across my radar from a Facebook post by none other than Fright Night director himself, Tom Holland, who shared a link to the audiobook Fright Night Origins. Listen to Chris Sarandon re-embody the character of the vampire Jerry Dandridge as he narrates the groundwork for a brand new trilogy brought by Tom Holland and Jack Ulrich.
Now that I've been made welcome, I'll probably drop by quite a bit. In fact, anytime I feel like it.
High school isn't going well for teenage horror fan Charlie Brewster. Still dealing with the loss of his father, he finds himself in his first serious relationship with the vibrant and beautiful Amy Peterson. If new love wasn't complicated enough, Charlie is also failing trigonometry.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
Late one night while cramming for a test, Charlie spies something suspicious in the yard next door. Two men carrying what appears to be a coffin. What's going on in the old Victorian house, and who are Charlie's new neighbors? Now, that summary may sound familiar, but the tagline of Fright Night Origin reads, "You think you know the whole story, don't you?" One thing I do know is that I will share Tom Holland's post on the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page, which includes a link for the audiobook on Amazon, so you can find out for yourself what is going on in the world of... Next up comes from BloodyDisgusting.com, who reports that A24 has ordered a sequel to the hit horror movie Talk to Me. Directed by brothers Danny and Michael Filippo, the horror movie Talk to Me has scared up an impressive $26 million worldwide for A24 in the last couple of weeks, and we have learned that a sequel is already on the way. Danny and Michael, the Australian duo who got their start with the popular YouTube channel Raka Raka back in 2013, will return to direct Talk to Me 2 for A24, and Danny is writing the screenplay with Bill Hinsman. Talk to Me was made on a reported production budget of just $4.5 million, which the movie was able to earn back in its first day of release. A24 acquired the film out of Sundance for a reported high seven figures, and it looks like that gamble is paying off big time for them. The brutal terror of Talk to Me unfolds when a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand. They become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. In her Sundance review for Bloody Disgusting, Megan Navarro wrote, quote, "Talk to Me delivers an intense, nightmarish horror movie that'll leave you breathless." Her review continued, "There's a refreshing ruthlessness to this cautionary tale that plays like a surge of adrenaline. It makes for one hell of an introduction to Danny and Michael's brand of horror." It's interesting to note that the Filippo brothers already shot some kind of prequel to the shocking opening sequence of Talk to Me, but we don't know if or when that will be released. And it's that time once again where we pause for station identification to hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last story of the day also comes from BloodyDisgusting.com, who, in cooperation with Cineverse and Screambox alongside Vinegar Syndrome, is rebooting the face-melting, gory goodness of the 1987 cult classic Street Trash. As first reported by Variety, production is currently underway in various locations around Cape Town, South Africa, for the film that is shot entirely on 35mm. And Cineverse plans to release the film as a Screambox original in early 2024. From director Ryan Kruger, whose first independent feature, Fried Berry, played dozens of film festivals worldwide, Street Trash follows a group of homeless misfits as they fight for survival when they discover a plot to exterminate every homeless person in the city. Kruger says, quote, "Our reimagining of Street Trash takes place in Cape Town, South Africa, where the growing divide between rich and poor has changed the world as we know it. I was a huge fan of the original Street Trash when I was a kid, and I couldn't be more thrilled to introduce a whole new generation to the melted gonzo goodness that made the original such a classic." Shot entirely on 35mm, the film is produced by Justin Martell and Matt Mandarides of the US-based studio Not the Funeral Home from The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, with original Street Trash producer Roy Frumks and director Jim Murrow, along with Bad Dragon and genre film restoration outfit Vinegar Syndrome, all serving as executive producers. Protagonist Studios and Stage 5 Films are handling production services in South Africa. The 1987 cult classic Street Trash was a darkly comedic and gritty horror film that has earned a dedicated following over the years due to its distinct style and unapologetically bizarre approach to storytelling. Directed by J. Michael Murrow, the movie was set in the decaying streets of Brooklyn, New York, as it delves into the lives of various eccentric characters, each struggling to survive in their harsh and unforgiving environment. Kruger continues, quote, "I'm excited to reinterpret the original story, update it to better reflect the times we live in, and give it a new and original spin. While our reimagining features new, exciting plot elements that give the film many bizarre twists and turns, the core of the film lies with our diverse and unique cast of characters. As a director, I am very character-centric, and I can't wait to see our strange and hilarious ensemble on screen together as they navigate the hostile streets of Cape Town. Our version of Street Trash will be raw, hilarious, packed with vibrant characters and multicolored explosions of gooey greatness." Managing director of Bloody Disgusting and Cineverse, Brad Miska, says, quote, "The original Street Trash was known for its dark humor, over-the-top gore, and surreal visuals, and we know the film is in the right hands with Ryan Kruger to push this remake even further. It's frightening how relevant the social commentary continues to be after all of these years."
Be forewarned. Freedom has its price. Yes, there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden.
What you got for me today? Today? 10 to 4 Viper. $1.
And that's a wrap on your Friday's news. With another week of Spill the Guts at an end, I leave you all with a question. What's everyone up to this weekend? Hop over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/corpsebarn, and let me know. I'm off to see Talk to Me at the Theater, check out Paranormal Cirque outside of Briarwood Mall in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and record content for a new upcoming feature episode. Wherever your weekend travels take you, listen in and get caught up on recent podcast content by subscribing wherever you get your podcasts. Connect with the I Like a Spooky Horror podcast through all mainstream social media platforms, and meet me back here this coming Monday for more news on another edition of Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?